Hello everyone, MannyQUESO here and welcome back to another video. This is going to be another Blockbench tutorial, as I had a couple comments saying how to put this into a server or on how to make multiple hats in one texture pack. Also, if I sound weird in this whole video, it is because I'm currently sick right now, but I am getting better soon. But also apparently last video got over 1,000 views and only like 11 subscribers from it. Which, thank you, that's a good amount, but I would like to see a little bit more. But I'm not forcing you, but just please subscribe if you want to. Alright, but yeah, into the video. Alright, in this video, I'm going to show you how to add multiple hats into one texture pack. And then later, I'm going to show you how to add it into your server. If you're using Aternos. I don't know how to add it on any other server client. All I use is Aternos for now. But yeah. So, you want to know how to add multiple hats for your friends on a server. Let's make the hats first. Alright, we're on the textures, on my desktop. I'm sorry, my brain is still out of focus, I'm still sick. But yes, I already made a folder. It's called multiple hats, assets, in the pack, so that Minecraft can read it. Also, this file and all the example hats will be linked in the description below. But you want to know how to add multiple hats. Well, first things first, open up Blockbench. Here it is, and click the Java block/item. Click it, and press the Create New Model. And while we're here, it says File Name. We're going to name this Hat 1. This is the first hat we're going to make. And now we move on to our scene. We're going to add whatever we want. You can follow along if you want. You can make your own model. I recommend that so you can get more creativity with it. I like to keep my things organized like in my previous video. So we're going to call this the base of the hat. And we're going to make a nice top hat for this one. So yeah, we're going to make a nice top hat for this one. We're going to keep it square to make it more of the Minecraft feel. Raise it up. Do this. Do that. Change the color so we know. And there it is. That's our top hat. But we have to add some textures onto it. So let's do that real quick. We're going to select everything. To do that quickly, do Control A, and it selects everything in the Blockbench. Press the Create Texture button, and we're going to call this Hat 1. Or you can name it whatever you want to. Now we have a texture for it. And we're going to press the Paint tab, and now we can paint whatever we want to it. So I'm going to paint it real quick, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I added some textures onto it, and it's pretty simple. You can add detail if you want. So for me, I'll add a little bit of detail right now. And we'll add a line at the bottom so it looks more contrast, I guess. That's the word for it. But that's all I'm going to do for now. And now that we see that there's a texture, we can actually get onto the actual hat part of it. We're going to press the display button. And we're going to make this display as however we want. I recommend using the presets for this mode. And press block preset so it can look like that. But you can do whatever you want. Also check out the buttons that are here, as they are helpful. So you can copy this one onto here. And also I recommend putting the block preset onto the first person, both sides of them. This will make it easier for you. Also raise them up a little bit so they look a little bit better and more realistic. And now actually putting it onto your player model. We're going to drag it up a little bit. And we're going to put it on a position we like. I like that. And also you can change the size of it. You can stretch it. You can do whatever you want to it. And if you want for all sides to be equal like this, hold down the shift key and then drag with it. And boom. Now you can change the size. but I'm gonna keep it at 1. And now we have to change all the displays. So when it's on the ground, I want it to look like a block. Get a little bit bigger. And when it's in a frame, we're gonna rotate it. I like to rotate it so when I put it in an item frame, it looks like an actual hat sitting on the ground. And we're gonna put on the invisible item frame mode so it looks easier. And there we go. And the GUI, when it's in your hotbar, we're going to press the block button and we're going to drag it up a little bit. And that looks nice. I'd say that's a really good model. Now, what do? Well, first we save the texture. Also make sure that it says this little icon on it so it can be the particles. If it doesn't show up, right click it and then press use for particles. Oh, I toggled it off. We're going to press it again. There we go. Make sure that icon's on. Now we're going to press the save icon right here. Go to our desktop or wherever your folder was and press the folder that you made. This one is multiple hats, assets, Minecraft, textures, Blockbench, and we're going to create a new folder. We're going to name this folder hat 1 to keep it with an organization, I guess. We're going to press the save button and we save the texture, but that's not it. We have to press the file button, the export button, and export block/item model. And now once we're on there, it will take us to where we save the texture, but we don't want to put it here. We want to go back to the Minecraft folder, press Optifine, CIT, models, block, and we're going to save it right here. We're going to press the save button, and that's it. Our hat is now saved, and we're going to fix it a little bit because that's not it. We have to go to our desktop and go to the folder that we made for our hats. Press assets. Oh jeez, my throat hurts. Hold on. Sorry about that. Still sick. Minecraft. Optifine. CIT. Models. Block. And there's our folder. Our file. We just made this hat, and I like to go in it so we can see how it looks. And it's all correct. This is how it should look like, or at least something like that. We can exit out. And now we're going to copy and paste this example's properties file. We're going to copy and paste. And then we rename it to hat1. Make sure it's the exact same name as the original file. We're going to go into the file. And we can see that I made a nice organized place where you enter the model name here. So we named it hat1. We're going to name this one hat1. And this is what you're going to put in the anvil. So let's say we're going to call this hat1 with a space. And you can capitalize it if you want. You can name it whatever you want. It will affect how you rename our pumpkin. Now we're going to save it. Now, this is just one hat. Where's the other one? Well, it's quite simple, but I will show you how. Go back to Blockbench and press the plus icon. Press Java block/item, create new model, and name this one whatever you want. I will name it hat2. And we're gonna call this, and we're gonna make this into, I don't know. You can put whatever on here. I'll come up with something and show you after. Okay. Transition because editing. I don't know. Go. Alright, I am back and I've made a nice little baseball cap. We're going to press the create texture. We're going to create a texture for this. We're going to call this hat2. This is basically the same steps as hat1. But with different models and different textures. I'm gonna texture it real quick by just putting it red. I don't know what to design it as, so we'll just make it plain old red, and we'll call it a day for the hats. Alright, there it is. Maybe you want to add some details, maybe like a nice white box. I feel like I'm gonna get copyrighted for this, but here's how we're gonna change it up. Oh, it's a Q. That's not a Q. Okay. Now it's sort of a Q. Okay, we made a baseball hat with a Q on it. There we go. Totally original. Now we're gonna go to display. Now we're gonna display it how we did before. I recommend doing the block presets. You can do however you want. We'll do this the same. And now we're on to the actual hat. We'll drag it up. And also, I feel like it's too big, so I'll resize it to a nice size that I think I would like. Now you can see my layer is showing up. We don't want that to show up, so we'll just pop it a little bit up. There we go. And ground, block, and we don't have to change it, but I will anyways because it's kind of what I do. Whoops, okay. There we go. And now we're on the GUI where it's on your hotbar, and we're gonna drag it up. And now we see that it's clipping through this part of the inventory. We don't want that to happen, as it could be weird, and well, no one likes that. So what we're gonna do is resize it to a nice size. We see it's nice and small, and it can fit perfectly in here. I like to try to make it in the center as possible. Boom. Now we're done with the display. Alright, we are back onto the edit model, but we're gonna press the save icon. Remember, keep all the same properties, press save. And now we are back into our folder. We're gonna go back into the Minecraft folder, textures, Blockbench, and where you can see hat 1. We're gonna make a new folder, and we're gonna call this hat 2, or whatever you want to. So I called it hat 2. We'll go in it and press the save button. And that's not it. Again, we have to press file, export, block, item, model, and here it is. It took us immediately here. That's the first time in a long time. We're gonna press save, and we're gonna go back to our desktop. Well, I am. Oops, do not look at that. You probably already saw it. But yeah. Now we see that our JSON file is here, and we can copy the properties example again. We're gonna rename it to hat2, or whatever you named this. We're gonna go into it. And we're gonna call this JSON file hat2, and I'll call this one hat2. I've said that so many times. I'm done. And now that's multiple hats into one texture pack. You can repeat this process how many times you want, or just keep it as one. And now we can insert it into the game. So how do we do that? Well, we can get out of here, and we're gonna drag that folder onto the side. If you're on Windows, press Windows key and R, and it'll show up the run file. This run window on the corner. Put percentage symbol app data or data. I don't know how you pronounce it. Backslash dot Minecraft. Now, for those that are on Mac OS or anything other than Windows OS, I do not know how to use, as I only use Windows. But I bet you there is a video out there that does tell you, and if anything, I probably just figured it out, and I'll insert it by editing Manny. I don't know. Probably not. We're gonna go into our resource pack folder, And also, since we saved all of our models, we can now close Blockbench. Reason why I brought the close Blockbench thing is because if you try to move this folder onto here while Blockbench is still open, it will give you an error message saying that you cannot move it as something is already being used for it. And now that Blockbench is no longer using it, we can just grab the folder and drag it onto the resource packs. And boom, it is on. It is in the folder. We go back into Minecraft, press Options, Resource Packs, and we're going to scroll down until we see it. I called this folder multiple hats, and there it is. Press Done, and Editing Manny will zip you right into it. Oh wow, Editing Manny is so fast. That process was not so long. Okay, I'm back. Alright, we are back into our testing world. Well, to my testing world. I'll probably leave a download link later on in my life. Who knows? But we are back. And we made all the hats carved pumpkins. There they are. And we named one hat. Make sure it's the same exact as you named it. And boom, hat 1 is right there. And where's hat 2? Hat 2 is right there. Now you have 2 hats into the same texture pack. That rhymed. Wow. And they both work correctly. Wow. This is incredible. Why do I say that like I've never done this before? Alright. But yeah, that's how you add multiple hats into one texture pack. I gotta stop rhyming on accident. Okay. But now this is the time that y'all probably been waiting for. How to add your texture packs onto Aternos or any other server, client, hosting, I don't know. I'm gonna show you how. Alright, we're gonna shift back to the desktop. We are back on the desktop and we have the Minecraft folder back here. And now we see that multiple hats texture pack is right here. We're gonna select everything. You can press Ctrl A and it'll select everything. And we're gonna right click it. And we're gonna press compress to zip file. Click it. And we're gonna call this whatever we want. So I'll call it the same file. So yeah, we see that is now in a zip file. What do? Well, we're gonna go drag this into the desktop and we can close this folder. Once it's on our desktop, we're gonna press our Chrome or whatever. Oh, that's the background music. Don't look at that. Behind the scenes. Okay, now we're on an example server. We're gonna press Options. Google is so slow, or I'm just so slow. Who knows? Okay, now that we're on here, we're gonna scroll down, and where it says Resource Pack, and we're gonna press the Resource Pack Required button. And it is loading, and boom. And now we're gonna press the little upload icon right here. Click it, and there it is. But how do we upload it? Well, we're gonna minimize Chrome for a little bit. And we're gonna make it small. And here's our texture pack that is in a zip file. Make sure it is in a zip file or else it won't work. So we're gonna drag it, and we're gonna drag it onto Aternos. Okay, that did not work. Okay, again, there we go. Where it says copy, we're gonna let it go, and there it is. Multiple hats by MannyQUESO. And now we're gonna press the upload button. And there it is. Our texture pack is in the server. And now we're gonna test it out. So I'm gonna go back into Minecraft and make sure that I turned off my resource pack so it doesn't corrupt or something, I don't know. And now we're on Aternos, and we're gonna copy the IP address. Also, I bet you're like, oh, can I join the server afterwards this video's done? Probably not. I don't know if there's a whitelist or something. I think there isn't, but I'll probably change the IP later on. So, no, you're not joining. Possibly. Is there a whitelist? Okay, there is no whitelist. Okay, I don't know how to edit that much, so we're gonna press the start button to start up the server. And this is vanilla Minecraft also. Vanilla version. You can do it with whatever, Paper MC, Bucket. I think it works with those. I'm not positive. I'm not sure. This is so slow today. We'll go back onto our server menu while that's loading. Okay, this is taking forever to load. Okay, you know what? Editing Manny will cut to the scene where everything's working properly. Alright, I'm back, finally. It might have been like 2 seconds for you. It was almost 20 minutes for me. Okay, we're back onto the server. And also, this is what you want to do when you open up a new server that has a texture pack on it. We're going to name whatever we want, put the correct IP, and then on the server resource packs, we're going to press enable. It's usually on prompt, but we're going to make this enabled so it can download the resource pack onto your computer. And then we're going to click done. And now it's at the bottom, right here. It works. And we will go in. And it downloaded the resource pack. And more editing! Lovely! More editing! See you in a couple of years! Alright, I'm back. And editing is back. We're on a world, the server world, and we're just gonna land here for now. And now we're gonna get an anvil, a pumpkin, preferably a carved one, and to show that I have the server resource pack on, it says world specific resources, more hats, and when it says server, that means it is, well, for the server, and it's from the server. And now we're gonna go in and call this hat 1, and there it is. We're gonna call this hat 2, and both of them are now in the server. I hope this video was super helpful, and yeah, if you did enjoy or at least learn something new, subscribe. Consider liking, sharing, I don't know, do something. But yeah, that is it, and yeah, take care.